everyone. In our last video in this series where we go through the ChainAuth SDK, we talked about how you can do the setup for authenticating a player when they are given a code and they go to your mobile wallet and are able to do the authentication, and you get that back within Unity. In this video, we're going to be talking through a very similar concept, which is the same authentication process, except we're going to be using an email address as we kind of hinted about in the last video. So we'll go back to the exact same project. I'll do a quick refresher, and then we'll show you the very quick change that you need to actually make this work. Just like last time, as a really quick refresher, to get the SDK, head to the GitHub repo, which will be linked in the description below. Go ahead, copy this, head back into Unity, go to the package manager, and then add that link to the add package from Git URL. In our case, we've already gone ahead and imported that. You can see that here within our packages. So let's go to our script where we left off with the unique identifier and an application ID. So like I kind of hinted at in our previous video, if you instead use an email address as a unique identifier, an email will actually be sent out to your players. And as a result, they'll be able to just click a link and then do that authentication automatically through that process. So in our case, I've actually gone ahead, created a fake email address. Let me go ahead, copy and paste that in. It's really as simple as just swapping out that unique identifier, pasting in that email address. Here, if you wanted to make this more dynamic, you could have the player input it, or if you have another authentication scheme to get a player's email address, you could go ahead and have that piped into this authentication process as well. It's very flexible in that regard, and everything else stays the same as far as authenticating the player and having them go to the website. They just don't have to deal with a code anymore. So with that said, let's go ahead and try this out, and I'll swap in an actual application ID. And you'll still see that a code is generated. So if you ever want to show that to the player, even with an email address, you can do so. Here, you'll actually see the email address that has been sent because we've gone ahead and put that in. Now, this is a template that is specific to your application. And in this case, I've just gone ahead and created a hello world application in the backend. For the application ID, long-term, you'll be able to set all of the metadata that you want specified within this email as metadata in the dashboard. However, for the short-term time being, feel free to request an application ID on Discord. And if you want to customize this email in any shape or form, also let me know and I'll hook everything up in the backend for you. But that all said, we'll go ahead and click verify, which sends us back to link.FusedVR.com. However, in this case, we don't actually have to add the code to our authentication for the player. We automatically get into the process of that authentication. Previously, again, I could have opened that email up on my phone, but in this case, I'll show the desktop view. We'll go through the MetaMask authentication. You could also do a Wallet Connect authentication or any of the other supported wallets, which we'll talk about in later videos. Again, just like what we did with the code, a random message is generated. We'll go ahead and sign that with our wallet. You see the success message is sent back, and we get a success message back within Unity. So that's just an alternative route if you want to use that type of a user experience where you've gotten the email from a player and you want to go through that registration and authentication process via email as opposed to giving a code to the player. And that covers the basics of like a couple of options that you have when it comes to authenticating your players in very few lines of code. The next step is once you've authenticated, there's a token that is provided to your Unity SDK that has a lot of really good metadata that I wanted to cover. And if you ever want to have access to that, I want to show you the steps that you can use within the SDK to get access to it.